Hey everybody, this is Brittany here from Surfing Waves of Light, and today I received a message from my guides through feeling, and this really beautiful little miracle happened, and I wanted to share it with you. So I recently put out a channeling about inspiring films, grizzly bears, and sharks, and the message was, just know that just because bad things happen in this world, that doesn't mean that they're going to happen to you. So I was doing some meditation and taking a few moments to read a message that Daniel Scranton channeled from the Arcturians about how physical contact with ETs is part of the next step. And so the message, I just read like the first paragraphs, and immediately this message came through from my guides, which was, how can you connect with physical ETs if there are still beings of your current realm that you are afraid of? And I felt like that was a good question. I also felt like the ETs can, or these angels, if ETs makes you uncomfortable, use the word angels. These angels or beings that are of a higher vibration than us, higher beings, is another good way to say it, because we always set our intention to connect only with beings of the highest love and light. So, we're very intentional about who we connect with. It's very important. So what they were saying, though, is how do you expect these other higher beings to come if you're afraid of, beings that are on your own planet, that are in your home planet? And that really resonated with me a lot. So what I wanted to share, and this is kind of the guidance that I received, was to share what happened after I got this message. So I get this message and I'm sitting here and I just really felt that message was so accurate. And I've been working for a long time to release my fears of bears and sharks and all these things. I don't want to go into the fear response anymore. I don't want to go in the sympathetic response anymore, because when I'm in my sympathetic response, when I'm in fight or flight, I can't feel my intuition, because that is so loud that I can't feel. It's when I'm calm that I can feel. So part of my fear of bears was not the bears. It was me knowing how afraid I am of them, that the second I saw one, it happens unconsciously a lot, that my whole body would tense up and I'd go into fear and my heart would start beating. And first of all, you're powerless from that position. And second of all, you're putting out an energetic message that is of fear and violence, and you're probably going to scare the animals because they are much more energetically sensitive. They pick up on subtle energies, let alone that would be like a loud signal for them. And this has been proven, especially about sharks. But we know this of all animals. They have really large vibrational fields and they pick up on a lot, and that's part of their instinctual nature. So anyway, I was afraid of myself, not the bear. And then my guides came through with this question of, how are you going to connect with higher frequency angelic beings if there are still beings of your realm that you're afraid of? So I felt inspired. It felt like a message that I could set an intention with. So I put my hand on my heart and on my spleen, because that's what felt comfortable. And I took a few deep breaths and I set my intention that my guides would create an experience for me where I could know, not even just believe, but truly know that in the face of beings, big or small on this planet, that I can know that I have nothing to feel but joy and safety and love, and that all other things are distortions, and that I wanted to release my fear, not go straight into the sympathetic response, and become grounded so I could feel in each moment my safety. I could feel the loving and playful energy from the bears and the sharp and exciting movements of the shark and any other beings who I'm meant to interface with in this lifetime. The second that I finished this intention, my phone rang, and it was my boyfriend Greg. And I've had a busy day. He sent me 2 pictures. He's working on our bus, and he's been working on the ceilings with our friend Sean. Thank you guys. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. And the first picture he sent me of the ceiling was like a daylight ceiling. And it was very much like a crisp, clear light. And I will post these pictures. I'm going to write a blog, so click the blog so you can see these pictures. Because these are the synchronicity stories of my life. And this is the amazingness of setting intentions and holding them in honor. So he sent me the first picture, and he sent these a while ago, but I really didn't get a chance to look at them. And just now, a text came through. He called and a text came through. He sent another photo of the ceiling, more done, with shelving. And it's nighttime, and he has these lights on, but like the lighting is so warm and like sacred and safe. And you can just feel, you can look at this picture and you can just feel the energy, like the loving energy. And in my head, when I was setting that intention, I was first of all expecting that I'd be brought into the woods and see a bear and like know in that moment that everything's okay. That's what I thought, and that was what I was expecting. But literally, and I also thought that it was going to take like at least a week for the universe to create all the perfect situations that would lead me there with ease. The second I was done setting that intention, I got a phone call with these two contrasting pictures. One that was a little more stark, clear, normal, daylight, how we see things traditionally. And then the other one was that same image, but with love and light and sort of in the dark. And I find at night I am much more intuitive and sensitive. And I think that's why sometimes people are afraid of the dark, and why I've had fears of nighttime and darkness and walking alone in the woods at night. That's the next thing on the list to deal with. But yeah, so it's just amazing how fast, instantaneously, my intention was answered. And even just them, like Greg calling. Greg, for me, is very symbolic. He's very much had time in the woods. He was a Boy Scout. For me, I grew up near the city and went to the beach. We didn't go on vacation. So I'm a fish. I love the beach. Spent maybe one time went camping as a kid. And my aunt and uncle drew footprints of the Jersey Devil all over, and I thought the Jersey Devil existed. So, whatever. It was funny. I love them so much. But so, I'm taking these distortions that I have from TV or even experiences, and they're not bad or good. They just are. And I know that I really want to spend time in the woods. So I'm trying to get past that. And there are these moments when these things just come up for me, and I really wanted to share what it looks like, not just channeling, but how I interact with my guidance. Because it's not like, yes, sometimes I sit in meditation and information comes, but sometimes there's just these weird, perfect moments, and I have to honor that moment instead of trying to force things to happen. As my uncle, that same uncle who I just had a session with, said, it's like when your light's on, you just got to go with the flow. And I freaking loved that. And so after our session, my light was on, and I got that message, and then the universe responded, because it's like they want me to know, like, so bad how not afraid I need to be. And that's the dialogue we're currently having. And it's not just about animals, it's about relationships and money, business, everything. It's like fully stepping into the trust. And that's the main overarching theme. But so anyway, I just wanted to share that. I'm trying not to make this video too long. But I love you guys so much. I hope that you benefited from this video. And if you have any questions about how your guidance may be interacting with you, it can be so fun, and I'm totally here to answer those questions. So leave a comment below what you thought about this video, and I will create a little blog where I show you the pictures and tell the story briefly. Yeah, so I love you all so much. Thanks for listening. And have a wonderful night connecting with your guides and teachers of the highest love and light.